What is up, people? It's Mr. Efficient again, and here I am bringing you a little bit of thieving training. Alright, this is using the Sorcerer's Apprentice Garden, and it's a method that most people don't use. What I'd recommend is get to 65 thieving before you even think about this, because I've played around with all the other sections of the garden, and there's nothing anywhere near as efficient. So I blackjacked up to 65, and now I'm here in the Summer Garden. And what I'm going to show you is this area. You need to complete a simple quest at the beginning of the game. It's easy. This has been around forever. But the Summer Garden's so special because you only need 2 fruit to fill a beer glass for starters. And there is a one-click method with a 100% success rate, as long as you get the people in the spot. And I'm going to show you how to get them into the location as fast as possible, and the one-click route, and what to look out for, what to bring, pretty much everything you need to know to score over 120,000 XP an hour at level 65. Like, this is absolutely huge. There's nothing that beats it, and I'd say ride this out all the way up until level 80, when there's some alternative sort of methods that should be explored, because you can get that little bit more, plus you can make money. You actually lose a little bit of money on this. You lose about 3 stamina pots every 30 minutes, and that's a full inventory. So in exchange for 3 stamina pots, you're getting 60k XP. Like, that's quality. So what I'm doing here is a simple marking. This is where you need to pay attention. So the first actual elemental, the second and the third that you can see there where my cursor is, they're the ones that you need to get into place. The others fall into place. So once these 3 are in spot and they're all crossing onto the box that I'm marking at the same time, which I'll explain, then you just run it through and the others will fall in place from fails. It usually takes between sort of 5 to 10 minutes to get them in spot, but once they're in spot, that's it. You're completely sorted. You can run it 100% of the time. You can log out as long as you're in the same world, no problems. So skipped ahead a little bit here. I've marked all the spots. I'd recommend that you do the same thing. And what you need to do now is get them in place. So the first and the second elemental, they have to be running in line, but the second elemental has to be about a tick and a half, 2 ticks ahead of the first. So that's what I'm doing here. Just lining these up, getting them in line, you see it. So I'm slowing the first one down so that the second one is coming in line with him. The first one's still a little bit ahead, so I need to do the first one again. And this, like I said, depending on experience, how badly messed up they are, then it can take up to really 10 minutes. But just think about it, 1 step at a time. That is the main thing. Don't let this boggle you, because this is quite literally the hardest bit. Once you've got this bit sorted, then you're perfectly fine. So I'm switching over to the second one. fine. But the important thing is you don't rush, because if you knock your guys out by running at the wrong time, then you have to get them back in, and that's going to cost you, if you make mistakes, again, 5 minutes. So focus on what you're doing, chill, mark these squares, make sure you've watched what I'm saying with 1, 2 and 3, and then just get it. And I'll keep running through 30 minutes. I do this straight, no mistakes, and perfect. Easy XP, boys. That's your way to 65 to 80. So I skip forward. This is the 30-minute mark. I've finished off the inventory. As you can see, it was on like 57 minutes. I took a couple of little breaks. I wasn't rushing. I was just relaxing while doing this, and this is the last run. So yeah, 30 minutes. I'm going to run it through here. If you see and you know exactly where to take the fruits and things, you can cut it off here, guys. This is literally just the last bit, and I will take them in, hand them in, and you'll see how much XP we get. And that I'm only level 66 right now, so as soon as you hit 65, you should be jumping straight on this. But that's it from me. I hope this helps. I hope it makes the Sorcerer's Garden a bit more popular, because you never see anyone here, nobody talks about it, but it is pretty much the biggest XP method through this level. But guys, I am Mr. Efficient, and if you are looking for anything, any of these special methods, any more efficient routes to get things done, are you doing something that's a bit tricky, do you want a faster route, I've just made a video on blast mining that you should definitely check out, because if you don't do that, that's a huge gainer of XP and a huge amount of money made, especially if you're at the higher levels. But here is the finishing off point. You hand them into this dude and you get your XP. Guys, thank you for watching.